Okay, so this is the completed display board that I just pretty much cranked out in a day. What you have here is it's roughly 2 feet 4 inches long by about 1 foot 4 inches long. So it's a pretty hefty little size on it. But the theme is that the client plays Lizardmen. This is actually for a tournament. And the reason I cranked it out as fast as I did is because he needs it actually for a tournament that's going to be later on this month, just here in about 2 weeks. So let's get a little bit of a look at all the details. You can see all the lava effects that I did here. This was an interesting experiment I did. I did this with some caulking material that you can just get at a hardware store. And all I did is I took a 2-inch foam piece, cut it to size, then I added 1-inch foam pieces to build up the hills and everything. I put the islands in, and then I put the caulking down along the interior where the lava was going to be. You've also got this this temple dais, which is really cool. And I'm going to go into what all is in the list here in a moment. But you've got like Lizardmen symbols and some random bits strewn everywhere. So now let's go over the list of what is actually going to be on this display board. Unfortunately, I do not actually have the army that he's going to be using, but I did do this thing that we do with display boards to make sure it was the right size. Okay, so what I did with the list that the client gave me is he just wanted the display board to fit a certain theme, and we came up with a couple ideas, especially with the river. Then what I did is I looked through the entire list, I grabbed the Lizardmen army book, and then I found out the base sizings for everything in his list. Then I actually measured out the base sizings. Like for this one, you have the Carnosaur Lord is on a chariot base, and I just cut them out of some card stock, so I just have some of these laying around. So let's go into the list of what will actually be on this. Hopefully I can actually get a picture from the client as well when he goes to put his army on this, because I just want to see how it's going to look on this board at this point. So obviously on the big dais in the middle you have the Carnosaur Lord. To either side you have Bastillodons. You have 2 units of 10 skinks, which are based in here. You have 3 Ripperdactyls. Those little bases represent 7 chameleons. Then you have a block of Saurus warriors led by a Scarvet on Cold One. Then you have another unit of skinks with 2 Coxigars, 2 salamanders, and a Stegodon. Now obviously, I did leave a little extra space on here so that you could rearrange it if you wanted to. So you could easily fit some of the, like the salamanders or the Ripperdactyls on these. This is also relatively flat too, so it wouldn't really be hard for you to just stick like individual dudes in there, which is really cool. I try to keep everything to where you can just move it around a lot. So if I know for a fact that he also has some guys that have lava basing, so he could probably even put little dudes in here, like, you know, the chameleons could be hanging out in the lava.